I was born with culture. I cannot walk away. I'm trying my best to get the young generation today back into culture. So that's my intention of talking to young kids.
Education is the key to employment, and knowledge is power.
Our culture keep us strong, not those white men law, drugs and alcohol, what they do. They damage you, go to your body.
To me, culture is very important and so special. It's like a spirit inside of me. And you can't take it away. Culture is everything to everyone.
Kowanyama storytelling, it's like, to me, it's very important. And we should not let it lost along the way. That's why I keep burning fire. I keep burning the fire.
I'm born in Croydon. My mom and dad used to work out in the station, and they brought me back to Mitchell River, well, they used to call Mitchell River before. And they brought me in, so me and my two sisters, we grew up in Mitchell River, and we stayed with them for a long time. And we grew up with them, with our mother and father, and my grandmother and my grandmother. But I didn't see my grandfather though. I just seen my grandmother. And we used to go out hunting and fishing with my mom and dad out in the bush. And we lived in a cabestry house. Sometimes I tell stories to my kids when we used to live in the cabestry house. And they asked me over and over, so I keep telling them. I tell the story about cabestry house all the time.
So I like to keep the story up, and so my grandchildren can know what we did in the old days with the old people before. So grew up out in the bush and born out in the bush. I always tell them, use today, use welcome. You need to get hospital white, doctor white, nurse there, but not in our time.
I was born right here in Kowanyama, right in front of the women's shelter, where the bloodwood tree is, all right? And I'm a Kowanyama girl. My mother is Kowanyama, my father is Kowanyama. Learn. You'll understand now, you'll all listen and, keep it up, your culture. Don't let that culture just die down. Our culture. Kowanyama, Kookaburra, and Kunjan. There's 3 tribes in Kowanyama.
Oh, Wungero! Oh! Just got a message for the kids, and the message is education is the key to employment, and knowledge is power. It's important to know your culture and for who you are and where you're from. My passion is about caring for country, mainly culture, passing the knowledge on to our younger generation to come. It's important to know where you're from and where is your country, where the roots are.
Where's the gadget gone from here now? Which gadget?
My tribe is Kookaburra. Born and reared here. We used to call it Mitchell River before. Born and reared here in Kowanyama. I grew up. Then I went to school. When I left school, we went up to grade 5. We didn't have a good, well educated, you know. Sometimes I tell them, kids, when you got, they don't like eat something, out in the bush. Mm-hmm. I said, if you get lost, what is the thing you can learn to eat? Survive yourself. Look, hunt what you can find. Look for turtle. Go fishing. If you get lost, you can learn to hunt for your bush tucker and survive yourself, Go make little humpy, sleep in the night. Our culture keep us strong, not those white men law, drugs and alcohol, what they do. They damage you, go to your body. Drugs especially, make some people working like handicapped today, make you feel sad. Look at them. Alcohol too. People fight, violence, show violence towards your children. That's make you feel sad.
Keep the culture up and all that. The things what we do, tell them children, explain them. So I told them children, you have to keep the culture up, follow our step, what we do and that. Yeah, be strong, for them. Show them how how we brought up, Yeah.
Tell me who your name is and where do you live?
My name is Jagai and I live in Kowanyama.
Do you? And who's your nana?
Adeline Lawrence.
Yeah? What's the best thing about having nanas?
Thank you. You're welcome.
Do you love your nana? Why do you love your nana?
Baba, cook for me.
First of all, I've got a raffia. This is a raffia here, which I've collected a couple of days ago. This is the one of the fiber we get from our chemistry down the creek. This is I've collected from Kookaburra country, see? This we call, in Kookaburra I would call this Pamakoram. This is the purpose of gathering the raffia. This is the dry one. This dilly bag is so special. It's one of my aunties done this, and this is from Kunjan side. Keep your culture strong. Keep on learning. Learning is hard for you to learn, but keep doing it. You will achieve your goal by learning, listening to us elders. Just keep on learning, even if you can't understand. You can always come back and ask questions. Yeah, that's all. That's my message to Kowanyama. Keep our culture strong.
What makes me a strong woman is I've been taught a lot from my grandparents, because without just me, a single mom caring for 4 kids and being that strong, because I got all this knowledge from my grandmother, and they told me, when you have your kids, don't put your kids on bottle, breastfeed them all the way through and then put them straight on the cup. So I listened to what my grandmother said, even though they passed on last year, and I had a bad year last year. But I'm very thankful that, they made me that strong woman and telling me all of these things, because without your grandparents, you'd be a nobody. You would know nothing. When I was a little girl, I used to sit down and watch my grandma get this refuse thing and dye them, boil them, dye up and dye this refuse. I used to watch my grandma as I was a little girl. As my grandma went, we didn't get to do all this good stuff what my grandma used to do on the other side of the river, We used to go down the creek and watch my grandma do all these stuff, but we doesn't see them stuff anymore.
As I was growing up, I used to see my grandma. She used to have a camp straight across from the river where she used to live, and we used to go and see her working on refuse, and she used to do some dyes too. We still remember how to do it because that's how we grew up. We learned from here, and that's what made us stronger.
Well, I really want my girls to get involved with seeing their grandma doing this, but because they're really doing white people things, not our children growing up doing white people stuff, not our culture. They're not doing what our grandparents used to do before. We're not seeing that anymore. Yeah.
So what's your name? Dekeel. And who's your nana? Dekeel.
Who's your nana? Ursula Greenwald.
Ursula Greenwald. Do you love your nana? Why? Tell me what do you love about your nana?
Cooks, you really cook for me.
She cooks for you. What's your favourite food she cooks?
Egg.
I used to sometimes learn my granddad's arm, and he used to sing them old pagan dance and teach us a lot. But as I was growing up, I grew up down the bottom and away from every other kids, and we used to just grow up ourselves under the mango tree. It was really good. But I'm thankful because my grandmother and my mom made me this woman, and I'm proud to be a strong woman today.